Okay, so this is an SMCI update. So this stock is down today 8.5%, 8.65%. Stock is sitting at $827 level. That's where it closed today on Monday, June 24th. And this was one of the worst performing stocks among semiconductors. So if we take a look at the heat map of the market, S&P 500, you can see, yes, semis, they didn't do well today because everything else, almost like 400 stocks in S&P 500 were positive, except for information tech and semis. Semis, totally fine that they were overextended, but for SMCI right here, right now, well, look at this picture. So we do have, let me remove these moving averages. At the moment, stock is sitting at its 50-day moving average. We do have this pretty big move, pullback, consolidation, and very recently, 2 days ago, when we were talking about that above $1,000 level, that was my alert, that was my level. If it held above 1K, I would be watching this name to 1200. So rejected same day, didn't even attempt it to close near 1K on Thursday. So that's not a good look right here, right now, because this stock, well, if Nvidia starts pulling back more, this stock can come back down to all the way to 200-day moving average. But right here, right now, support levels for the name, this area where it's sitting currently, 830, that's a support. But if it does fall back below, then we have 750 where it has bounced. I mean, well, very recently it held this level as a support, 760, 750 on a daily, that range. Below it, 700, that's where it basically was sitting last time when it reported earnings. There was a speculation that the stock could have done a stock split, joined NASDAQ 100. I don't see those headlines anymore, but it was all like some YouTubers, some Reddit speculation. But stock split usually announced when stock reports earnings. Okay, that's the only time they can do that. But when it comes to NASDAQ, I mean, I don't know how big of a catalyst it is, but even if that's the case, stock can just pop and then just fade off of the news. It could be just sell the news, because right here, right now, if you take a look at the performance of the stock for the past 3 months, you can see 1 week, 1 month, 6 months. Now it is in a downtrend. I can show you on a weekly chart. If we take a look at it, you can see, of course, it's not clean downturn, but this 700 area, very pivotal point, you can see on a weekly. And this is a monthly chart of the stock. You can see on a monthly chart, well, stock only had this month, throughout this year, only, April, negative. Of course, May, slightly positive, but still positive. And so far, June, we'll see how June is going to close, but they're not reporting until August. So until August, let's take a look. I mean, they can change the schedule date, but 6th of August. So they're not reporting until then, but it can definitely pull back another from these levels. Let's measure to 200-day moving average, let's say till mid-June, maybe 630-ish levels, another 25%. This stock's market capitalization right here, right now, let's take a look at 48 billion, 48 and a half. So 20%, 25% will put it at 40. So that's what I'm watching for this name in terms of options. Well, today, put to call ratio, you can see there are more puts being traded as well. 46% of the total 222,000 option volume from today were puts, and only 54% calls. And calls maybe they were sold. But again, it can just chop around here, because if you take a look at the, well, let's do volume profile, right? So you can see this area all the way from 750 to these $900 levels. Pretty decent supported because that's where a lot of volume traded. But as soon as slips below, look at it. I mean, it can come down to the 200-day moving average, no problem, because it just skipped through these levels with a just gap up and push in very, very short period of time. But I am not watching this name right here, right now for any breakouts, because for me, the ideal place would have been this $1,000 level, because above that level, you can see how many people who were short, right? If they are short somewhere in this range, those would have fueled it higher by covering it. But right here, right now, just came right back into this huge range that we have between 1K and 750, let's say. And it's neutral to bearish at the moment for me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you in the next one.